can you coat a matte painted car? The answer is yes, but there's some really important steps to take. We got this Mercedes C63 S in matte grey, and we're going to be coating it 2 layers of our graphene coating, and you got 1 shot to make it right, because if you mess this up, you cannot polish it, you cannot fix it, it's game over. I'm gonna show you how we do it. While the cransel is broken, we got to put up with this little domestic gurney. Trying to figure out actually how to use this thing. So we're just in the middle of washing and prepping the Mercedes C63 S in matte grey. And when you're working on this particular paint, you've got to go about it a different way. You've got to be a lot more safe and more cautious when working on it, because it's matte and it is not forgiving at all. See, if we get run marks from using chemicals, of trying to decontaminate the paintwork in normal gloss paint, like most other cars, you can machine polish them, you can clean it out, and it's a lot more forgiving. You can work with it. But when it comes to matte paint, there's no room to move. You've got no chances. If you have to polish it, then you'll actually make it look shiny. So we're going to be very carefully claying the surface after we wash it super lightly, because we don't want to inflict any scratches or swirls in this paintwork. We want to take as much care as possible. So, and then we're going to move on to putting it straight into the coating bay, and we're not even going to do any polishing. So I've parked the Mercedes in the coating bay. So when it comes to matte paint, you really got to make sure the water is all dripped out of the car, because we find with cars there's always water dripping out of mirrors, out of here, out of the front bars, just all through here as well. You just watch, water there already, just after I've been blowing it with air for about 5-10 minutes. So we're gonna give this another blowout, and then we're gonna let it drip dry for about 2 hours, and then we're gonna blow it out again, and then we'll prep it to do the graphene coating. So more air blowing, so much fun. All right, so it's been a few hours, and we've been allowing the Mercedes to really drip dry. Tell you what, so much water gets caught up in all the little nooks and crevices. We do not want water touching the coating when we're installing it. What can happen is when you are coating a car and a bit of water drips out, essentially it's game over on that section, and you have to machine polish it, because it ends up turning a bit cloudy, and it does affect the integrity of the coating and the overall performance. Now, when you have a gloss clear coated car, you can machine polish that out. But being a matte painted, a matte cleared Mercedes, there's no machine polishing. You cannot do that. So we got to get it right. We've got 1 chance to get it right, and we will be doing 2 layers on this Mercedes. So once it's ready to go, we're going to be installing, well, we'll be using the Bowden's Own Flash Prep. This is our go-to choice for doing the prep spray, of just wiping it all down with the flash prep to make sure it's all ready to go. You guys know how much we love using this product. It is amazing. We've been using it for years now, as you can tell by the state of these bottles. But before we do that, we are going to do a little bit of machine polishing, all right? But we're not going to be machine polishing the matte paint or anything like that, obviously. We're actually just going to be machine polishing the mirrors, the gloss surfaces, the glass, the windscreen, and just the little bits of carbon fiber, so that there is a little bit of marring and swells through them. Get rid of that, and then we'll flash prep it, and then we'll move on to the coating. I've been protecting the Mercedes C63 S here, and doing the matte paint is very different to coating gloss paint. It's a lot more difficult to work with. And originally I wanted to do 2 layers, and I think actually doing 2 layers as opposed to just one is putting us more in a more dangerous position of potentially having coating lines and patterns and stuff through the paintwork. So seeing how it's reacting to the paint, 1 layer is definitely going to be sufficient. I think if we do 2 layers, it probably actually might be too much product and cause just different kinds of problems, which we just do not want to risk happening. So we're going to settle for 1 layer on this matte finish, and we're going to keep on coating around the car. We're still not done. We're still got to do the wheels, the door openings, and just all the little bits and bobs that we also include when we're coating a car. So protecting a matte painted car is really, really important, because if you don't try to protect it, then if a bird poo etches the paintwork, you cannot polish it out. You cannot even try to. So doing everything you can to preserve the paintwork is really, really important, so that you can really reduce the chances of anything really bad happening. Because once the paint is etched, or once you have a deep scratch or maybe sunscreen marks or something like that, there's no going back. You can't polish it out. It is set and forget. You gotta either get it repainted or something like that. And who wants to do that? So if you have a matte car, make sure you get it protected with a really good professional grade coating. Whether you're here on the sunny coast or if you're anywhere in Australia or overseas, find your best local professional car detailer and get it sorted out. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you soon. We're just in the middle of polishing the Mercedes C63 S, and this matte paint is very different to work on.
Sorry, you said polishing.
Oh, did I? We've been using it since the day it came out. Such a good prep spray. I'm just gonna do that all again. It's actually really good though. These gloss surfaces, so it's got the carbon fiber mirrors. It's got the glass roof as well. Jordan just tripped over. Sorry, I was trying so hard to not laugh there.